Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Happy Veterans Day. And to all the veterans out there, either live or watching this later, we are so grateful for you, for your families, for the sacrifices that your family makes on a day-to-day basis that a lot of Americans are blissfully unaware. They don't know what you do for us. They don't know how difficult every day is, not just for you, but for your family. And you get up and you do it every day because you know we're doing it for the greater good. You know there is a bigger purpose at hand, and this flag represents that, right? And the Constitution and all the freedoms we hold so dear, we hold in your hands. And for those who are watching and you're blissfully unaware of what they do, thank you for showing up and saying, help me to understand. And I'm just so grateful for it. And I stand in that place too now. I'm just retired from the military, and I have ever greater appreciation for the military, for the choice that these young men and women make, maybe at too young of an age, to sign up to give possibly life and limb for my behalf, right? That young 18, 19-year-old, it has a special place for my heart. I also have a special place for our veterans from previous wars. I have worked with World War II veterans who bring a tear to my eye every time that were still alive. Their buddies are still alive in their hearts, in their minds. It is truly the most bonding sort of experience for these men and women who have fought for our freedom side by side with one another. To join arms with them is something very unique and special. It is a privilege to serve. I felt that way. I know that my family, my husband, my dad, my stepdad, my grandfather, all of them have felt that same way. And so thank you for everyone who either loves the military, supports the military, or gets up and does that military thing every single day. We see you, we hear you, we love you. So this is for you today. We're gonna have a short class after we do this special flag raising ceremony. We were supposed to be in Kentucky this week at the Life Adventure Retreat Center. What a beautiful place. And we are going back, right? We are. That is why we have put some dates out there on the website. So if you haven't been to the YogaFit's website, we have a place there for YogaFit for Warriors. More information is coming, but just know we're gonna go back there. But in the meantime, hey, technology is here to help us. So we're gonna do a short flag raising ceremony, but also reveille. So get ready for you military. You're gonna love this sound, right? Or you'll have PTSD from it. I say the little joking because every time we hear it on the bass, we come to attention. So if you guys don't mind, let's go ahead and stand. And I will turn it over to Carrie, and we can go ahead and play reveille now. I will read a poem now that you may have heard. It is called "It is the Soldier" by Charles Province. It is the soldier, not the reporter, who has given us freedom of the press. It is the soldier, not the poet, who has given us freedom of speech. It is the soldier, not the campus organizer who has given us the freedom to demonstrate. It is the soldier who salutes the flag, who serves beneath the flag, and whose coffin is draped by the flag, who allows the protester to burn the flag. It is the soldier. So now if you're at home, thank you, Carrie. That was lovely and beautiful in the early dawn morning there in Kentucky. I wish we were there with you. We can't wait to be back again here very soon. We will. There is hope on the horizon for that. And we will get to enjoy that beautiful place. Hi. Aw. Hey, guys. Thank you guys for getting up so early to do that. Very special. Would you like to say anything, Carrie?
Thank you for allowing us to be part of this, and we'll see you at 5.
Yeah, we'll see you back we're going to do that in reverse at 5 o'clock today. So please know, and thank you again. Appreciate it. All right, so now we're going to go into a short class. If you want, you're welcome to join us. You're welcome to just sit and listen and hold dear the memory of those maybe in your family who have served, or those who are out there right now, maybe far away from their family, who don't have or won't have the ability to be with their loved ones over the holidays coming up, people who are desperately wanting their family and friends, just like you do, and they're overseas, right? They're in Korea, or they're in Iraq. They're in places that we don't want to be, but they are for us. So thank you to them. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start laying down on our backs. I know we're going to wake up. We're going to get moving here in just a moment. So let's go ahead and find ourselves on our backs with our knees bent, our feet flat. Let's go ahead and bring our hands to our belly. And just, again, taking a moment to feel grateful. If we are here this morning, or wherever you are in the world, able to practice yoga, to make that choice, that is because someone gave you the freedom to do that. Not everybody has the freedom of this choice right now to do this. They have to get up and do other things. They don't have the freedom to move about their world in the way that we do, or to even to have the freedoms of belief and religion, the choice to go to vote for who is in charge of them. They don't have that. And I think we all hold that more precious than ever, if anything, during these times. So let's sit here and just find gratitude here in our hearts and our bellies, allowing ourselves to move from that place of gratitude. And then we'll just simply start by finding our right knee, hugging it into the chest, and take slow, gentle circles. So I'm just kind of doing a mini class from our YogaFit for Warriors Trauma-Informed Yoga program. It really is for everybody, regardless if you have trauma or perceive you have trauma. It's really a very scientific way to bring connection back into the body. We're all in kind of a disassociative, disembodied place, right, with the pandemic, and you know, yes, being on Zoom too much, but this part isn't too much. So this is a really scientific way to get us back into our bodies, more connected, energized, grounded for the work that we all have to do right now. And everybody is in a place of doing unique work. So as we hug the right knee, and let's extend our left leg long, we can point flex our feet, both feet here, and then maybe curling up. That's optional. And we'll just start doing knees to chest here. So when we're ready, we'll inhale. Maybe both legs straight. You could also do this with knees bent, arms overhead, taking our nice big morning stretch, really pressing our belly up to the ceiling, feeling our arm bones connected into the back of our heart. And then exhaling, let's hug our left knee in. Again, option to curl up here, keeping our jaws relaxed. And we'll just continue to flow, inhaling nice and long and exhaling. And so as we find our connection to our breath and our unique vinyasa flow, you get to move at your own pace. I'm going to start. I have a playlist here, and I meant to start playing it, but now I'm going to. So hopefully it's just perfect there. So as we start to find this connection to ourselves in a different way, let's notice that there is a rhythm playing through us, right? There is a rhythm of our own. And then let's go ahead and find our knees, hugging them in, allowing our backs to be nice and relaxed into the mat, and our shoulders nice and relaxed. Finding a weighted, grounded feeling through the back body. Taking one more big breath here. Maybe on the exhale, can you feel the belly relax a little bit more, and our low back feel a little bit heavier into the mat. Again, it feels good when we just get up. And by the way, if you're not hearing music, that's because it's not playing, right? So we're just going to go with it. We're going to go with the music of our breath right now. And then let's go ahead and place our feet flat into the mat. And we're just going to start to, we have choices, right? We can start to do just some pelvic tilt. So we pull our low belly in, our hip bones in, or press our tailbone down, right? Nice. And so just rocking forward and back. You might feel that place right above the tailbone, the sacrum, and we can kind of feel the connection points to the tailbone, and then heavy across the sacrum as we feel the top of the sacrum. Or we can start to lift up, right? On the inhale, lifting our hips, however high feels natural for us, grounded through the feet without clenching through our glutes. As we exhale, slowly lowering down. Maybe at the very end, get that little bit of length in the low belly as we lay the sacrum down nice and flat. And again, slowly, a lot of awareness here of strength to the legs, but lightness to the belly and the chest. And then when we're ready, again, slowly exhaling. So again, finding your own natural rhythm. Don't worry about trying to follow me. It's hard through Zoom anyway. Just notice what feels natural here. How can we make ourselves feel more regulated, right? You know, stress and trauma that we all endure in our lives at some point, and of course, especially now it seems like, dysregulate all of us. And that stress response is quite predictable. And I can just tell you is that for everybody, it comes out somewhat uniquely different. But what does it feel like? It feels like disconnection from the body in some ways, or it feels like a too much connection maybe to the body. And we get dysregulated in all those biological rhythms. So our digestive rhythms get dysregulated, our cardiovascular rhythms, right? Too hyper or too hypo. Our cranial rhythms, our circadian rhythms, right? Our sleep patterns. So just coming into this gentle pattern of breathing and moving helps to reset us, right, at that bigger overall rhythmic place. And so gets our nervous system to calm down, to shift into the parasympathetic. And that just feels good, doesn't it? All right, so let's go ahead and hug our knees into our chest. This time you can either keep the low back flat, or if you'd like, this might feel good, grab behind the thighs and just rock gently side to side. Again, nice and slow, exploring the back waist area, the place right above the pelvis on the back side, in a very tender place. So just where does it feel good? Those kind of nooks and crannies back there, kind of hanging out on that place we need to. And then let's roll over to all fours. So as we come to all fours, again, same idea. We're grounding there. It's really easier with our backs to the ground, but we want to have the same experience if we can of grounding through our limbs here on all fours. If you need to, of course, fist for wrist, right? That's always a more gentle option. And then let's find our hands, and let's just intentionally place one hand more fully into the mat and then the other, thinking about the knuckles of the hand, the webbings of the hand. And then let's press down, if we can, through the shin bones, through the top of the feet, really feeling grounded there. And then we're going to go ahead and start to rock forward and back. So you can gently bring the shoulders past the wrist and then slowly back. Again, just finding that natural, gentle rhythm. So as we inhale, we shift forward, maybe start to expand the heart, the chest forward. Exhaling, shifting back, maybe curl the belly in. You may need to take a little bit more space here with the hands, a little bit of cat. And then we can start to add on, inhaling into a nice long cow pose. We drop the belly, open the heart, exhaling gently back into our fluid cat. Think about pressing the mat away. Again, you can kind of think of a cat kind of stretching its spine here. Inhaling again, flowing with our breath, forward and back, finding our own natural rhythmic place. Thinking of being grounded, not as restriction where we're kind of stuck to the ground, but notice how that creates freedom of movement more effortlessly through the body, through the belly, through the heart, even through the limbs. And then we're going to go ahead and tuck our toes here. And now we're going to rock left and right. So again, this idea of exploring space with our bodies, where we are in time and space, is an essential part of reclaiming embodiment from a traumatic or stressful experience. So just simply rocking, noticing how does that feel? And then let's go ahead and stay over to our left side. We're going to extend our right leg straight behind us, tucking our toes here on our mat or the floor. Again, the nice thing about yoga doesn't require a lot of special equipment. You can just do this here in your house on the floor. And let's reach long through the right leg. And then slowly, optionally, we can lift the right leg up. And this is where I like to kind of play with contrast. Let's really open the hip up, and then let's really drop the hip down. And then can we find neutral? And then pulling long through the right hip, let's find stability through the right arm and the left knee. Option to extend the left arm nice and long. And again, staying relaxed. I even like to shake out my left hand here. Let's
Gently stretch the spine on the diagonal, feeling the left shoulder blade, the right hip gently pull apart. Can you find more strength through the right leg? And then we're going to slowly release, coming back through neutral. Let's maybe find our cat pose here. And when we're in cat option, this is kind of cool. Can you feel the spine move in the middle, side to side? Yeah, so this lateral flexion, kind of spaghetti noodle feeling here in the middle part of the spine. Feels really good in the morning. And then again, let's come back through neutral. Same thing. Let's rock over to the right side, left leg nice and straight. Let's just gently pull the left leg nice and long. Again, intentionally setting the posture up from a more grounded, that foundation is so important. So grounding through the left arm, the right leg, then maybe lift opposite limbs here. Left leg, right arm. Again, gently. The focus is on finding the strength, the right side of the spine pulling forward and the left side down. That is the action that extends the limbs. So it's a different place where the movement is coming from, really activating, energizing here through the spine. And then again, same thing. Let's come back, finding our cat pose. Just nice and release. And then slowly, let's go ahead and walk the hands out a little bit farther and the knees back. And we're going to make our way onto the ground. Just want to make sure I'm still in the frame with you. I am. So as we wiggle our hip bones back just a little bit, let's just find this connection here to the belly. And let our legs be heavy and our belly be relaxed. And we're just going to do nice, slow, easy, 3 gentle cobras. So maybe you're about to sit all day long or be in front of the computer or drive people around. This is great. This is an awesome way to kind of open up through the thoracic spine. So let's, again, tether our movement through our feet, top of the feet, pressing, especially kind of pinky toe sides. Let's just gently draw the low belly in and extend the heart nice and long. Let's see if we can find a different experience here as we inhale, open the heart up. Exhale, slowly release, nice and down. And again, inhale, gently lifting, relaxing through the back of the heart, soften through the neck and the face. Don't worry about how high we go, let's just see if we can go for length. And then slowly letting that float down. Again, balloon-like release all the way down. And then one more time, let's just slowly lift, draw energetically from the low belly, up through the heart. Feel that wave move the heart forward. And then slowly back down. Hands on either side of the ribcage. We're going to press our knees down, draw our arms in, scoop the belly. Let's lift up through our kneeling plank. Option is extended child's pose, right? That's a great choice for this morning. Or second option is we tuck our toes and come to a very easy downward dog. And we're just going to pedal our knees out here, our feet. Feels super good. And we're just going to keep on pedaling our feet forward. So let's just come to an easy forward fold. Knees bent a lot. Maybe belly heavy to the thighs. And the same thing that we did in cat-cow, I like to rock forward and back. So what are we doing here? Well, we're doing some really cool stuff. I'll give you a little bit of the science, right? It's fun. Might as well be learning. We got all our kids learning from home. Let's just do a little learning this morning. And so vestibular and proprioception systems are systems of awareness that hold I should say, tell us where we are in time and space. So proprioception is mostly through the joints, telling us where we are in relation to the space around us. And so especially here when we're in a forward fold, it's really kind of like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you upside down? Of course, our vestibular system, same effect here when we go upside down. And then inhaling, let's bring our hands to our shin bone. Inhaling, breathing the heart forward. So a little bit of that cow pose that we just did, energizing through the toes, lifting through the shin bones, reaching through the tailbone. Exhale as we come forward. Let's really bend the knees a lot. Let's give more weight to the heels, fingertips to the floor, or even to the thighs here. And we're going to round. Let's put the cat pose in with this. It feels super good. Scoop the belly. And then again, inhaling slowly to whatever degree, straightening the legs, opening the heart forward. So a little bit of that cow and cobra here. Exhaling one more time, drawing the belly in, again, rounding through the spine, heavy through the heels, toes relaxed. And then one more time, dropping through the heels, hips drop, inhaling, coming all the way up to extended mountain pose. Nice big breath, lifting through the low belly. On the exhale, let's go ahead and drop our right arm down, reaching through our left, just taking a little bit of lateral flexion here. So can we get out of this energy that tends to push upward naturally, right? So in our trauma-informed
we intentionally just let it go. Come down through the feet, energetically grounding. Notice how that clears the neck, the shoulders, the face, maybe even to smile. And then slowly switch sides. So the right arm lifts. Again, gently breathing space and awareness into the right side of the waist, the belly, using the breath to create space. And slowly releasing, coming into chest expansion. So choices, we can bend our elbows, right? Again, gently imagine someone pulling, lifting through the back of the heart, or option to clasp the hands. It's fine if the wrists are bent. Again, anchoring through the legs, so keeping the knees bent, lifting through the back of the heart, softening through the face. Again, that sunrise feeling through the heart center, increasing all those wonderful chemicals that make us feel good, serotonin and dopamine. And then we're going to release into a forward fold again. Now, option is to come into chest expansion forward fold, or just release the hands into a regular forward fold. Again, head heavy. So we rocked forward and back. Last time, let's rock side to side. So that's really cool. When you do this exploration, kind of like I would say doing the compass, right? North, south, east, west, and you can even go in a circle. You want to get fancy with it. What does that do? Well, it really turns on the limbic part of the brain. That's the deeper regions of the brain that tend to get deactivated or overactivated in a traumatic or stressful response. So we turn those back on, but in a general way. It's like we have a dimmer switch there, right? Those nice dimmer switches, like, okay, let's just start to reconnect to ourselves on that part of the brain. It's hard to access, but these systems of awareness are how we get there. And then we're going to go ahead and lift halfway up here. Fingertips stay on the ground. Let's bring our right leg back, coming into our crescent lunge. Now, I'm going to keep my back knee lifted. You have the choice to bring your back knee down. Totally up to you. And then let's find some strength and awareness to the legs. A little bit of balance here, right? That's kind of cool and fun, different. I would say imagine a trampoline below our legs. And then pause and distribute the strength evenly, right? Calm strength, shoulders relax. Maybe reaching our right arm up. And again, breathing through this whole right side of the body. Option, take your left hand, find your right wrist, and just gently pull. Same thing, lateral flexion here. Breathing through it. Again, finding the breath as a calming, comforting friend that's always with us, right? We learn to really befriend the breath, and then the breath in turn turns all those things on that makes us feel good. And then slowly releasing, again, back through center, hands on either side. Option, step the left foot back to our downward dog or extended child's pose. Option to move into a cat-cow here, or bring the knees down, inhaling into our kneeling plank, exhaling onto our bellies. Inhaling gently into our cobra, just like we did before. Exhaling back to the earth, heavy through the front body. Use that heaviness to find strength through the spine. Gather all that strength in, knees down, inhaling back up to kneeling plank. Exhaling back to our downward facing dog. When we're ready, let's just step the right foot forward. So we're just going to come to the other side. And again, pause, just setting that up. Remember, option, bring the back knee down. So whatever feels good for us. Let's imagine, again, stretching the mat apart here. At the same time, that scissoring action through the inner thighs. So lots of awareness here through the legs. Option to bring the left arm up or just hands to the thigh is fine. Again, I notice right away, right here through my shoulders, that's where everything wants to go. So awareness, notice how we can shift where energy goes in the body just by turning on awareness, right? That's really cool. That's a superpower. Right hand to the left wrist. Again, nice big breath here. Let the exhale bring you a feeling of peace through the body. And again, slowly coming back to a neutral spine, hands on either side. We'll step the right foot back to the left. Again, downward facing dog. And we're just going to pedal our legs forward one more time. Again, nice and slow. Inhaling halfway up. And just breathing, opening through the heart. Exhale back to our forward fold with that nice strong cat pose, especially this morning, feels good. And then as we unfurl the spine, arms out to the side, reversing our swan dive, coming all the way to standing, we're going to go ahead and open our legs out to the side, to the corners of our mat. So toes out, knees in. Make sure we have, again, ability. We're not too wide, not too short. Goldilocks. right here in the middle. As we bend our knees, make sure we can still see our big toes, right? So that just feels good. Again, this is a nice external rotation for the hips, keeping our hips nice and healthy, well lubed and lubricated, and keeping them ready to keep us moving through our lives, right? No matter our age. Inhaling 5 pointed star. And then exhaling, we're just gonna hinge at our hips. We're just gonna drop our seats and then bring our arms down. And then nice big inhale, reaching high. And exhale, can we find that heavy feeling through the legs, relax through the shoulders as we sink low. Inhale, finding the opposite feeling. We feel that lifting through the heart, strength from the feet. Exhaling, again, finding gravity different with our awareness, heavy hips. One more time, again, using our breath to create rhythm and to reclaim that natural, effortless state of being. Notice the brain is a lot calmer in this place. We have more control over our nervous system and our state of being than we've been told, really, here in the West. And it's simply breathing and moving, right? Too good to be true, except it's true. It's really cool, right? Let's come back to center. Let's go ahead and turn our left foot, or just pick a leg, because we're going to do both, parallel to the back of the mat. The right toe straight out. So the front foot would cut the back foot in half, kind of like a knife to a piece of bread. I might be hungry, arms out to the side. We're just gonna simply float the arms here. Option, just bring your hands to your shoulders if you have shoulder issues, or even hands to heart center, right? All the choices, don't worry about the limbs if it bothers you to have your arms up. Now we're gonna straighten through the front leg. Again, feel that lifting feeling. Exhale, bend through the front knee, this floating feeling, but heavier, more intentional through the legs. Back leg stays straight. Outer back foot presses down, right knee opens up to the right baby toe, shoulders relax. Now let's go ahead and turn, intentional, turn our palms up to the ceiling. Inhale, this time option, float the arms overhead as we straighten through the front leg. Again, that lifting out of the tailbone, the low back. Turn the palms away from each other as we exhale, press the heavy air down, front knee bends, soft gaze to the right middle finger. Calm focus. Turning our palms up one more time, inhaling, reach, reach, reach. Exhaling, let's go ahead and slowly bend the right knee. We're gonna shift over the front leg, more energy through the back leg, and just rotate right arm down, left arm over. And coming into our extended angle, feels good, just gently opening the chest. Again, arm can be here, arm can be here. The limbs, right, are this thing that we gotta be really careful about, and people really kind of overdo it with the limbs. That's not about it. Can you find this posture? More building up from the legs, right? Where is your spine here? Can your chest stay open? Then the limbs get to do whatever they want with a lot of freedom. And one more big breath. Exhaling, we're gonna come right through the center and we're gonna turn our feet to parallel. You can adjust your stance, make sure your knees feel happy with this. You can bring your hands to your thighs, hands to a block, hands to the floor. And same thing, let's rock. Let's rock, right? I feel like we need to play like Leonard Skinner or something. So we're gonna rock forward, head heavy. Just feel that shift forward, almost to the point of falling, but we're not. Again, turning on the vestibular system here, really cool. Shift back. Again, nice big breath. And then release. We're just gonna walk our hands over to the other foot. So left foot turns out, right foot can probably stay right where it is, parallel. And again, windmilling the arms up and around, maybe straightening through the front leg, and we'll do that same thing. Inhale, again, this hot air balloon kind of lifting feeling. How can you make your shoulders, your face lighter? Now exhale, find that descending feeling, that heavy, intentional sort of grounding feeling. One more time, inhaling, floating the arms up. Exhaling, relaxing. The breath goes all the way down through the belly, through the legs. This time, turning the palms up, inhaling, reaching through the arms. Again, lifting out of the back waist. Turning the palms away. Exhale, pressing the air down, bending through the front knee. And again, inhaling, palms up. Imagine I'm pulling your wrists up. Exhaling, sinking. Again, finding strength here as we turn our gaze over our left middle finger. A lot more clear about what we're to do today. The things we need to do don't feel maybe as heavy. Maybe we've cultivated extra strength and energy to do them. Reaching long, let's just find some kind of extended angle here. Again, finding this awareness through the right side waist. Can you breathe into the right side of your shirt, right? Creating space there with the breath. At the same time, we're drawing our tailbone in. We're keeping the energy flowing through the legs. So yoga really focuses us on what's happening in the body. Keeps us present in the body, which keeps us here in the here and now. not ruminating forward, not back. There's so much good that happens when we are in the present moment with our breath. And then again, one more time, slowly releasing, coming through the center, turning our feet to parallel. Option here is to go side to side, whatever feels comfortable and good, or you can just go back, rocking forward and back, just alternating, bending our knees. And then maybe reaching over with one hand to the opposite leg, gently drawing down the leg. Again, using the breath, feeling the spine gently turning. Again, this upside down action is very calming to the nervous system as well. And then slowly coming over to the other direction, reaching over with the other arm. And then hands come right to the center. We're going to bring one knee and then the other to the mat. And we're simply going to swing our legs around, coming onto our back. So we're moving to the end of our practice here. Very gently. We're going to hug one knee and then the other back into our chest. Again, from where we started, just noticing the difference. Again, you know, we don't have to do a whole hour, hour and a half class to feel better. You know, 5 minutes of breathing and moving can do wonders. 5 minutes when our brains are scattered during the day, we feel overwhelmed or anxious, just take a moment, you know, turn inward. Maybe bring your hand to your belly, hand to your heart. Take a few focused breaths. Remember, you know, as bad as some days feel these days, there has been times there, especially in our deepest, darkest moments as a nation, and that is during times of war, absolutely, that hope felt lost. Don't give up. There is a soldier, right, who sacrificed their life so we could sit here and come up with creative solutions to make this work, to make America work, to make democracy work, right, to maintain our freedom. Don't make that be in vain, right? We have that. That's what we owe them to do our work as citizens and to be kind and compassionate to one another, right? That's what makes us different. Let's hug our right knee in. We can come into our right knee across our right foot, across our left thigh. Let's take our right hand to our inner right thigh, gently pressing it away, maybe rocking across our sacrum here. That always feels good to me. The inner right hip is a very unique place. We don't want to force it. We just want to kind of breathe it, allow it to relax. Option to stay here, just do our supine figure 4 stretch where we grab behind our thigh, just bring our right shin in, keeping our right foot flexed or around our shin, whatever feels good. You can even kind of gently bring the foot over to the side a little bit more, getting into that outer hip. Oh, right. We don't know what's going on there till we do this and we go, wow, lots going on there. So awareness is the answer, brings the medicine. And then again, coming back through center, bringing our arms out to the side, left foot down. Let's just move our hips over to the side. Option, just drop the right foot over to the ground. That's kind of a big twist, right? I get that. So option B, left leg straight. Just gently bring the right knee across, right arm out like an airplane wing, and we look to the right. So hold on a second. Yeah, hopefully you can still hear me. I think my daughter is linked to my AirPods, which is a little alarming. So as we breathe the right arm nice and long, let's find this awareness to the outer right hip. Exhaling, just relaxing, releasing the belly deeply here. Back of the right arm completely relaxes, softening through the face. Again, continuing to find our breath to create space, deep awareness. And then slowly releasing, coming back through center, moving our hips back into alignment. We'll hug our left knee in. And again, option to stay here, hugging the knee in or bringing the foot across. Let's press the left knee away. Again, gently rocking if that feels good. More importantly, finding awareness into the inner left hip crease. That's more of a tender area. Just notice that different parts of our body actually feel different. They have different energetic awareness there. It's even different sort of biological material, right? And so this especially has a different feeling to it, more tender we want to be. So we want to be kinder to this area, right? Lot more softness here in our awareness there. And then option to lift the knee up, the right knee up, and then come into our supine figure 4, keeping the left foot flexed. Again, breathing into the outer hip, allowing the shoulders to relax and melt.
Again, maybe bringing the foot over a little bit. That feels good to the outer hip. Every side different. We connect ourselves through the breath. We reintegrate ourselves. And we remember ourselves through the breath. It's the great integrator. It's the great pattern maker of all these different feelings in the body. It organizes them when we find the breath. We find a new story there, one that makes a lot more sense. It's more connected. And then again, from that new story, one that hopefully comes from a place of strength and resilience, courage, determination, clarity, coherence, right? Those are all the adjectives I got this morning. Then we can move forward from that place. Then so see, that gives us a brand new story in our lives that we want. Not one that comes from fear or anxiety or despair, no, right? That's the hope that yoga brings. And internally, notice we made this happen ourselves. Left foot comes down. Again, any final movement, maybe feet wide onto the mat, maybe a little bit of gentle swaying here through the legs, shoulders relax here, windshield wipers. It feels good to kind of pause on one side or the other. Allowing the back of the pelvis to feel heavy, grounded, weighted, the belly staying relaxed, heart wide open. Again, big difference from when we started to now. How cool is it to start our day together this way, especially on Veterans Day? Thank you. We can stay here, hands to belly. We can have the knees bent. You can come into butterfly, of course, legs nice and open, palms open, or even laying on your side. I'm actually going to come to seated here just for a second. So let's come back to remembering why we're here today, just for a moment. The beautiful bright light that America is in the world, a place that has been for hundreds of years now. We're still young, but boy, what a difference we'd make when you move from this place of fear into hope. But soldiers made that happen. Absolutely. Our military. There is sometimes action to be taken, difficult decisions to be made to maintain our freedoms, to maintain this place called America, but more importantly, democracy. And again, we have the military to thank for that. In our darkest times, they came to our rescue. They came to the world's rescue. And so let's just sit here and pause and remember, see the flag in our mind, maybe see our loved ones who served, are those who will choose to serve this year. Option two, slowly roll over. If you're laying down, you're surely welcome to stay there. If you have some time to take a longer final relaxation, a final shavasana, it's up to you. Or join me seated. And as we come to seated, I'll ask you to maybe bring your hands to your heart to take a quick moment here. Sending waves of gratitude, again, to everyone who has served, past, present, and even future. And as we maintain their legacy by how we live our lives and how we treat each other in America, let it be a proud one that we can stand proud on, one that we will say, yes, I did the right thing, and to treat our fellow neighbor, fellow American with the honor, pride, and respect that those in the military treat each other, that we're taught to, that we're fighting for the greater good, to set down those differences when we put the uniform on. We are one unit. And I feel that way about America and Americans and about you. So thank you and namaste. We will see you later today if you're interested, 5 p.m. Eastern time, and we will record this, I think. So we will do the flag lowering ceremony and then join us for that if you want. And with a relaxation and yoga nidra by Mary, who is going to join us for that. And super excited for it. Thank you again. I hope you have a blessed day. Again, remember who we are. Thank you so much.